man has been arrested on suspicion of murder after a mum of two from Kent went missing. Mark Brown, who's 40, was charged late last night. Alexandra Morgan was last seen on November the 14th.
When we searched Mark Brown's work vehicle, which was a white van, we found a prescription bag. And the name on the prescription label was Leah Ware.
We established that Leah would use this site called Adult Work, which is a website that people can use to advertise, escort work, and that kind of thing. So I know Alex was on Adult Work, and Leah had a profile on Adult Work. We established that on the 25th of March 2018, Mark contacted Leah on Adult Work, and this is the first time that we know that he made contact with her. He contacted her and asked for a meet, and they exchanged details, and that was the start of Mark and Leah.
Leah had been doing sex work for years, and it was something she was very open about. She didn't hide it from anyone. She was very open that she did that. But she just kept saying that she was going to stop, and as far as I knew, she had stopped.
At this point of the investigation, Mark Brown's charged with one murder, and I've nominated him as a suspect in another murder, both of two young women in similar circumstances. Interviewing Mark Brown was a really significant inquiry that we needed to complete. We wanted to know absolutely everything about his relationship with Leah. We wanted to know absolutely everything about Littlebridge Farm.
Is there somebody else that would have better knowledge of what happened to Leah around that time? No comment. Is there somebody else that you know of that could answer some of the questions that Holly's been asking you just now? No comment.
What about Jack Tyler?
We identified that a man called Jack Tyler was the last person who was in substantial contact with Leah on the telephone.
Jack was in prison when we actually went to go and speak to him. We really needed to understand what happened when he last saw Leah, how Leah was, how she seemed, if she said anything or made any comments to him.
While he was talking to us, Jack told us about the last time that he'd seen Leah and what they'd done when they'd spent time together. They'd met, they had exchanged drugs, and in the course of that, he describes going to a very dark and very creepy place where there was a barn, which we now know is Littlebridge Farm. And she told him about a boyfriend, someone that she lived with, but referred to as her sugar daddy. And she told Jack that that boyfriend was called Mark Brown.
After meeting on Adult Work, Mark Brown purchased a static caravan and moved it onto Littlebridge Farm, and Leah set this up as her home. There were some plant pots outside, things that showed perhaps a bit of a feminine touch. So she'd really gone and tried to make it a nice place for her to live. She had Bertie the horse, she had Duke, who was a huge Mastiff dog, and she had Lady, who was a cute, fluffy little Pomeranian. Lady was Leah's world. They went everywhere together, and everybody said that.
Are you smiling? It's when we got your tickle book.
Time's 14:42. You can see the fence line in there. And just the other side is the water. You can see in there.